everyone, I am Kelly Shaffner. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a sales update, a sales report video, and I only feature $50 and above fast flips on this video, but I want to let you know, disclaimer, I make more sales under $50 than I do over $50. I am really trying hard to raise my average sales price, and that is happening slowly over time as I learn what I'm doing better and better, but I just want to put that out there. And the reason I don't share every single sale is because it would be a long and very boring video in my opinion. But I just want to let you know there's plenty of sales under $50, and I think these are noteworthy sales because if you happen to come across these styles or these brands when you are outsourcing in a thrift store, garage sale, estate sale, you might want to run comps, take a second look, maybe not, I mean, do you, but these are all items that worked pretty well for me. At the end of this video, I am going to feature some sales that took a little bit longer to sell, but all sold for over the $50 price point as well. So stick around if you want to hear about those sales. Okay, before we start, what is a fast sale? I know that we've talked about that before on this channel. I'll tell you which ones I love. I love the sales that happen within minutes or hours or even within 24 hours. And oh, when those happen, guys, I pat myself on the back. I get a great big head, puff up my chest. I mean, I get so excited. I think, boy, you really know what you are doing, Kelly. But I'll tell you what, there's far more pieces that I picked that are still sitting in my Poshmark closet. And then that just kind of makes me right-sized. It's not like everything that I select is a win. It's getting better. I do have to say that the more I repeat the process of sourcing, photographing, listing, selling, I do feel like I am getting a little bit better at it. But let me know in the comments below what you consider to be a fast flip. What is that timeline from the time that you list an item to the time that it sells? What is ideal for you? 90 days is what I am hoping for, that I can list an item and have it sold within 90 days. I would love to shorten that. To be honest with you, I would love to ideally list an item and have it sell within 30 days. That would be a perfect world, wouldn't it? I'm not there yet. And like I said before, these are all items that sold for $50 or higher, and most of them sold in the month of September. But guys, because I have not been consistent about making these what sold videos, I am bringing it all the way into October. Okay, before we get started, how is October starting for you? I have to say that since the change back of the algorithm, the search feature on Poshmark, my sales have improved, and I am very grateful for that. I hope that is the case for you as well. Okay, I know you're here for the sales. There's no particular order to this list, but I do have notes here. So if I look down, that is why. This is a brand I've been talking about lately. It is a pair of Nisolo. They're called the James, my husband's name, James Oxford shoes. These are an all leather shoe with a leather sole on them. I knew the first time that I saw these shoes that this is a nice shoe. Oxfords sell very well for me. Oxfords and loafers are two of my best sellers. I had just sold this exact same shoe, maybe a different size, for $52. I was happy to move these very quickly for $50. That was an offer that I accepted, and I was very happy with that sale. Next up was a pair of Teaks. These were the Teaks Echo. Now, these were not a leather shoe. These were a textile shoe. They were called the Echo Polka Dot foldable flats. You know, Teaks, blue bottoms. I bought these on Whatnot from a trusted friend. I only shop on Whatnot from trusted friends at this point in time. I bought 3 pairs of shoes at James Whatnot show, and I'm going to leave his Instagram information in the description box below because I do believe that he posts on Instagram when he's going to have a Whatnot show. I picked up 3 pairs of shoes from the Antique Boutique at this particular show. I was able to bundle and save on shipping, and the shoes all came to me in great condition, guys. I didn't have to clean them, do anything. In fact, I took them out of the box, inspected them, and photographed them. They were listed immediately upon receipt, and all 3 pairs sold in, I think, less than 5 days. The teaks took 3 days to sell. I accepted an offer of $72. Yeah, $72 on these teaks because there was, the teaks are foldable, and right at the fold, the leather lining was starting to peel a little bit. So I had to note that they weren't absolutely perfect, but the upper was perfect, the soles were perfect, and I was happy to accept an offer of $72. I made a nice profit on those teaks. Next up is a blazer. I believe this was a vintage blazer, although I did not advertise it as vintage because I couldn't be certain. It was made in the USA, so that's kind of a giveaway that it might have been vintage. This was a Ralph Lauren Glen Plaid 3-button blazer. It was a silk and wool blend. It was absolutely stunning. I found this in the bins in Colorado. My sister was opposed to me bringing it home. She really didn't like the blazer because it wasn't her style. But just a few years ago, I was shopping for myself for a Glen Plaid blazer. That was it. I wasn't even looking for a brand, and I had a very difficult time finding a blazer that worked for me. So when I saw this one, it was absolutely perfect. And I thought, where were you 3 years ago when I was looking for you? I brought it home, got it cleaned up, and it sold rapidly within a week for $56. Next up is a pair of shoes that I also received from my friend, the Antique Boutique, then when I was shopping on Whatnot. This was a pair of Fly London shoes. They were called the Luau. This was a brown leather slip-on wedge platform, just typical, iconic, classic Fly London, and perfect for almost any occasion. Very casual. You could wear these to work, but you could also wear them to kick around. I accepted an offer of $69 for these shoes. The third pair of shoes that I purchased in that bundle also sold, guys. They did not sell for over $50, so I'm not going to include them in this video, but that was the very best purchase that I have ever made on Whatnot, and from a trusted seller that I trust myself. I quit purchasing from anybody that I don't know personally. So yeah, I highly recommend. Okay, I'm giving my stamp of approval, guys, and I will leave the Antique Boutique Instagram information below. If you want to follow him on Instagram, then you can find out when he is having his next Whatnot show. I think it was just my last video where I featured this Beta brand wool cardigan sweater. It did have a couple snaps on it, kind of snapped around. It had a hood on it. It was a really cool sweater that sold in less than 5 days for $75. That was also a bins pickup from Colorado. Next up is a dress, and this is the first time that I have found or tried selling this brand of dress, and I recently found another dress by the same brand. This one sold so quickly that I was like, yeah, I want to give this a try. And this was a cocktail dress. So that's more of a special occasion, but I do believe that more and more people will be dressing up this holiday season and attending more parties and whatnot as the world is opening up more. So this was an Aiden Maddox. This was a sequined skirt, blouson top, chiffon, really, really forgiving. Lots of room. So you could wear this to a banquet and also dance in this dress. And this dress sold for $67 within 2 weeks of listing it. I don't think I mentioned, I did pick up that dress from a young lady I met through a friend that was moving. I think she's already moved, and she was interested in doing doing some consignment, and I was interested in just doing a buyout. I spent over $9 on that dress. I bought 6 pieces of clothing from her, and I promised that I would share all the clothing as it sold, because I am confident that everything I purchased from her should sell for over $50, and that Aiden Maddox was the first piece that sold from her. The next 2 pieces also came from Anna, and I spent $12.50 for boots. I bought 10 pairs of boots from her. I spent $125, and I didn't share this pair in my video that featured those items. This was a pair of Lucchesi Heritage Handmade Leather Cowgirl Western boots. I listed these for $300. It took about 10 days for them to sell, and they sold for $239. Lucchesi is such a great brand. I do have a pair listed. Actually, guys, it is on consignment. I know I just said that I don't do consignment, but my mother's caretaker asked me if I could sell some boots for her because she bought the wrong size and didn't return them. Well, guys, I could not afford to just buy them outright because the boots cost her so much to begin with. So I did agree to consign those for her. So I do have another pair of Lucchesi boots, and they're pretty funky. They're very similar, the tall Western boots, but they're red and they have some texture to them. So I have those available, and they're taking a little bit longer than the all leather, more classic Western boots. Then also from Anna was a pair of Eileen Bing Ermeline boots. They were a gray suede fringe boot, and those sold for $180 in just a matter of a couple days. I will always be on the lookout for Eileen Bing, but I'll tell you what, guys, I don't see it. In fact, this was the first time I had ever found it. So it was fun to sell it. It was fun to have it in my possession for the few days that I did, but it sold fast. Next up is a brand that I believe in. I love this brand. I love this brand personally, but it also always garners a $50 or above sale for me. I have had a lot of luck with this brand, but probably because I love it so much. I mean, that might have something to do with it. Okay, the brand is Paul Green. This is a pair of black leather Justine lug loafers. These sold for $60, and I was looking at my Paul Green sales, and I'll tell you what, guys, the loafers have been my best sellers. I do have some of the Cayenne, they're kind of like a shooty or a sandal. I have some of those, and they have taken longer to sell. I also picked up a brand new style of Paul Green shoes while I was in Colorado. I'll share those once we get to the shoes, when I can share that shoe haul. And yeah, it's a brand new style to me, so we'll see how those do. But I love the brand Paul Green. There are other people just like me that know the value and will pay $50 and above, so I'm always on the lookout for Paul Green. Next up is a sale. I'll quickly go through it because I've talked about it before. It was a pair of Eileen Fisher Willow Espadrille Wedge all leather sandals. I purchased them on Whatnot. I did not have a good experience, but I made my money back. I was overcharged on shipping, and I'm still a little bit sour about it, but I did make my money back on the sale of these sandals. The thing is, guys, I shouldn't have been overcharged. I should be putting a few more dollars in my bank account rather than paying that to the Postal Service for a service that they didn't do, right? They didn't have to carry all those extra pounds that I was charged for. So I'm never gonna mention that again. We're not talking about it again. Moving on. Ramey Brooks, I didn't even have time to share this dress with you guys. It was absolutely stunning. How much did I make on that? $124 for this Ramey Brooks new with tags dress. It was called the Becca dress. It was kind of a magenta in color. It was polyester. It was so pretty though, and a silky feeling. I really thought it was going to be a silk dress. That was a very quick sale. And I was uncertain about getting that dress because it was a size 2. I really try to stay away from smaller sizes because they don't move as quickly for me. But the comps on that dress looked fabulous. So I decided to give it a try. That dress did not let me down. It sold quickly for $124, and I got a very nice love note regarding that dress. I will be on the lookout for Raymond Brooks. Again, that was a new to me brand, a brand I had never sold before. I had heard people talk about it, but you better believe I will pick it up again. Next up was one of my fastest sales, one of those that I love that happened within 24 hours, and that was a pair of Fry boots. They were the Fry Veronica black leather lace-up combat boots. I shared them in a video, and then I had a friend reach out to me and say, hey, I want to try those. Don't sell them yet. So I had to hold off on listing them. They didn't fit her. They didn't fit me, guys. I think they were a size 9 or 9.5. And as soon as I listed them, I received an offer for $100. And that is what I was hoping to get on them. So I accepted that offer. They were listed for less than 24 hours and sold for $100. They were like new. They were absolutely in pristine condition. So that made them very nice. Next up was a Free People black military distressed denim jacket. This was in a size extra small too. Like I said, I don't always sell those small and extra small pieces unless I particularly like them or the comps warrant that. And this jacket sold again with an offer to me for $60. I was so happy because I'm always questioning myself on is it a good item to store? Because the smaller sizes and petite sizes I tend to store, they just don't move as rapidly as larger sizes for me. So I was very happy about that sale, $60 sale. Next up was a Wilfred piece. This was the Chevalier gray. It's kind of like a cocoon blazer made of a knit, a stretchy knit fabric. I love the cut of this particular blazer cardigan jacket. And this sold for $50 in less than a week. I would pick that up again and again and again. But also, I would also look at this style. It is unusually flattering on almost every body type, and I love it. And I know that there are other women out there that want this particular style in every color they can find it. Okay, next up we have, this was also from a ThredUp mystery box, guys, and it was Duck Feet, which I have heard other people talk about the brand Duck Feet, and I had never come across it. What it is, it's got a really wide footbed. So, and I guess they're kind of a comfort clog. Well, the pair that I got were a comfort slip-on clog style shoe mule, and they were called the Blavond. Now, the thing about them is they had a gum sole, and that gum sole was absolutely filthy. I did my best to clean it up, but you have to be really careful in cleaning gum soles because if you wash them with water and chemicals, it makes them even stickier. I accepted an offer of $75. The comps were around $100 for this brand, but I didn't see any out there that had soles as tore up as my soles. Not tore up, guys, just dirty, just real black dirt, which gum soles do attract and hold on to. So I was very, very happy about a $75 sale. Would I pick up Duck Feet if I found them in the thrift store? I would really have to think about it. I don't like selling items that are dirty or look dirty like those. I mean, I'm very, very pleased with a $75 sale, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think there would be many things I would have to consider before I pick up this brand again. Okay, this is it. This is the final piece that sold for over $50 quickly, and this was a pair of Chloe flats. This is the classic, iconic Chloe flat. It was called the Lauren flat. It's got the scalloped edges, and I sold a pair of navy blue ones for $92, and they weren't perfect, guys. They were in very good condition. They're all leather with a leather sole on them, and I found these at the buy sell trade store where I traded items that I did not want to sell, and I traded them for items that I do want to sell. Had I paid cash for these Chloe flats, I would have paid $24 for this pair of shoes, and I was able to flip it in less than 30 days for $92. I had a good feeling about those shoes when I found them, but they were my size, so that's always my plan B. If it doesn't work out, then I have a pair of Chloe flats, but I was really happy to move those on to a new home. Now, guys, I want to talk about some sales that took quite a bit longer, but they did sell for over $50, and I'm happy about those higher price sales. The first one being a pair of frame black lamb's leather pants, right? Moto style leather pants. They were beautiful. There was no size on these pants. I received these pants, it's been 6 months. It took them 6 full months to sell from a thread-up bulk 100-pound box where my cost of goods, guys, was like $1 or something. I don't remember, but I'll link the video if you want to check it out. But yeah, I had a sneaky suspicion that it would take a while to sell these pants. They were listed in March of 2022 and they sold in September 2022 for $200. So I was very, very happy with that sale. That 100 pounds of clothing from thredUP cost me $250. I have already made that investment back 6 months later. So you see how that works. I was very happy with that and not surprised that it took a while to sell. I did relist those. So they were boosted back up to the top of search and they were no longer a stale listing. And I like to do that with my winter items or fall items that were listed through the summer and whatnot. Next up was a Peruvian connection. This was a black Hadley dress. I do not like selling black clothing, black dresses especially. I mean, if I can find a stock photo, that might help them sell, but everyone needs a little black dress, right? We all need one. It is a closet staple, but I think they're hard to sell. They're hard to photograph, but this one was new with tags. Peruvian Connection is a great brand, and I sold this one for $60. It took a while to sell, but I do believe in good brands and good fabrics, and I had confidence that this dress was going to sell, but I will not bring home just any black dress, any black skirt, any black pair of dress pants. I know there are others out there that we're seeing eye to eye right now, right? It's tough. It's just a tough task. Next up, this one took a while to sell, and I don't know why. Maybe I had it priced too high. I probably could have moved it quicker had I brought the price down. This was an Eileen Fisher navy blue washable crepe V-neck sleeveless dress, and this one sold for how much? $52. $52, and this took almost 5 months to sell. It was listed on every single platform. It received a lot of attention. It just took a long time to sell. So it was funny because I listed 2 Eileen Fisher dresses that were very, very similar. They probably came from the same donor, and one sold very, very fast around that same price point. And that's when I knew this is a good price point. I'm in the right spot, but one sold in a matter of days and one took 5 months to sell. Next up is a pair of booties that I unboxed in the springtime. This was a pair of Madewell red leather stacked heel booties. I knew these were going to sell. They were a great size too. I think they might have been a size 11. If not, they were a size 10. They were a really pretty boot, but I received them in a thredUP mystery box in the springtime, going into summer, right around that time when people were shopping for their sandals. So it's no surprise that as the weather starts getting cooler, that people are looking for their fall and winter boots. And I sold these Madewell boots for $52. Okay, this is it. This is the final one. If you're still here, I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for sticking around. Okay, this is it. This one took a while to sell, and it's kind of changed my idea about sourcing this particular item for Poshmark and eBay, because it's not an item that I have had a lot of luck with. It was a Pendleton vintage 1960s. It had the Pendleton Knockabouts tag on it. It was a plaid wool poncho fringe detail. It was a very, very unusual piece, it sold for $65. Yeah, $65. It took months and months to sell this poncho, and I don't have luck selling ponchos. I just want to put that out there. I know there's a lot of people that have been lucky selling, or they have skills. Let's just say that they can sell ponchos and I can't. And that doesn't stop me from purchasing ponchos and trying, but guys, it just has not worked out for me. I have what I think is one of the coolest ponchos listed in my Poshmark closet. And yeah, I haven't been able to move it. Now, it's a much brighter color than this Pendleton plaid one, but I don't wear ponchos myself. I think they are so cool and I don't wear them. And I think there's a lot of people just like me. But yeah, I was happy to see that one go. And even when I see really cool ponchos, I haven't been bringing them home. I don't know. Do you have luck selling ponchos? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe I priced them too high. I don't know. But yeah, ponchos is not my strong suit. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this video and the information that I have shared is helpful. And stay tuned because now the hauls are coming. Thank you for joining me today, guys. Subscribe, leave a comment, thumbs up, do all the things that makes YouTube happy. It also makes me happy. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one. Blessings.